What a disaster map, though.
Hey, we're back. Sporting on the top of the map. We've got a new challenger. A new challenger here. We've got Jiggly. He's playing as Hades here. We're still with Rapl.
Hello there. So we see Jiggly, an exciting edition player, coming and trying his luck on Woobly.
Yeah.
And he's playing Hades. I don't know what's his main god. I was informed that his main god is Isis or what. But yeah, anyway, he's up against Suppe, the blue player. And he's playing Loki. Suppe is playing Loki. One of his favorite gods together with Thor. And let's see how it goes. It's probably a tough map for Suppe.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the expert. He knows.
Yeah, this is one of those matchups which is it's a very difficult matchup for both sides depending on the map. So you can have a tough map with Hades, you can have a tough map with Loki, and I think this is going to be one of the tough Loki maps. So we'll see how it's going to go. But in terms of who Jiggly is, Jiggly is an EE first player. So he learned the game through EE, and he's actually just recently come over to Woobly, and he's already 1800 on Woobly, which does go to show that you can get good on extended edition, even if it's really hard to play the game because that doesn't.
Yeah. At some point, yeah, I don't think if you reach a point on extended edition, then you can no longer improve by playing that. You will surely need to move to Woobly if you wanna get your skills even higher.
Yeah. The top, I would say the top 20 players are all playing Woobly, so you gotta get in there and challenge them, get your level up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we do see something pretty nasty over here.
Ah, that's insane.
Yeah, so this actually does level this matchup a little bit, or this map in this situation that Suppe's going to be in a little bit, having that relic. I'm excited to see what he's going to do here. We see
Forward temple. Okay, Suppe is crazy.
Why not? Why not go for a forward temple here? I wonder if he can actually advance at this point. Does he have the resource? I don't think he has the food here to advance. Oh, he's going to get 2 more dwarves out. He's sitting at 180. He's going to be close because only 4 caribou, which is not quite enough. So he's on chickens at this moment to get just a little bit more food income, which I do like. I think that might be enough here to help him on his way. So he's got a bear over here, and he's got some caribou. So he does have like a path of movement around the map to like limit the idle time or the walking time.
Yeah, but doesn't seem like he has found his secondary hand, like the deer. Oh, it's actually forward. Okay, I didn't see that. And Suppe is actually going for Seti. Oh, okay. I was expecting a Heimdall.
I love this. I think this is really smart because there's a couple of almost standard plays here for Hades which are really tough for Loki to deal with. One is simply just that far second town center, and 2 is kind of playing aggressive 1 town center, and this kind of deals with both in a way, so long as Suppe doesn't overcommit to building in the middle of the map too heavily. Like he can throw like a longhouse down here, just 1, and he should be fine. And he can push off his opponent off of this hunt here. He can secure this hunt. He can prevent this town center from getting grabbed. He can try and prevent that town center from getting grabbed, and he can have a really fun game moving forward.
Yeah, sure. I would like to see how Jiggly is going to respond to that. If he's gonna go for the classical fight or for a second town center. But at this point, probably throwing military buildings would be the correct choice.
I think. Do you reckon that Suppe missed that relic? I mean, this trio's bow here. You want to keep that away from the Hades player at all costs. But
yeah, totally.
And Suppe's got his eye on this town center. He's like, you got to stay 1 town center. We'll see what Jiggly's going to go for now. Jiggly hits the second age. He actually is going for a 1 town center play, which I absolutely love. I think this is 100% the right way to go here.
Yeah, that it is, especially against Suppe, that he loves his forward buildings. And yeah, here we see Jiggly hiding a few cows. Let's see if Suppe is map hacking. No, he's not map hacking.
That was so smart. He stole those. Those cows are huge. Because I think unlike goats, cows go up to 400 food, and they're vitally important on Alfheim to help you. Look at all the cows that Jiggly has. Just living the dream here.
He's gonna be fine.
on these maps where you have low hunt or you get pushed off hunt early, I think early husbandry is a must, and we are seeing that coming through for Jiggly here.
Yeah. Unfortunate to see the troll getting sniped so easily. And a way you can always see what if your opponent is going for a second town center is actually not scout his town center, I mean his settlement, but go ahead and scout his gold mine to see how many villagers he has on the gold. If it's 5 or 6, then it means he's going for a second TC. But at this point, now that the game is continuing, Suppe saw that Jiggly threw a few military buildings, so he knows that he's not gonna go for a second TC.
It's just stable getting dropped here by Jiggly. I don't see the point. So okay, so there's effectively Hippocon and Loki Hall of Thane's Hersa are effectively the same unit stats wise. They're a little bit different, but they're the same unit stats wise. So we do see a big raid coming in, but you don't really want that. You want to have a unit that's better than the Hersa, which is the Hoplite. So I'm surprised to see the Hippocon coming through. I mean, unless you need to traverse the map and defend lots of locations, chase the Hersa around, then I can see the other way being okay. But
yeah, probably Jiggly expected a few throwing axemen, so he opened with a stable. But I don't think that's a great idea either way.
But we'll see if it's going to work for him. He's in a good position now. He's defended. He hasn't really lost too much villager-wise. It's 22 villagers apiece here. That is kind of advantage Loki in a way, but it's cow advantage for Jiggly. Suppe's kind of in his base. He's eating some hunt still, but there's not much left. And Suppe's going to have to think about farms soon because his cows are going to be expiring because he's lost these 3 cows in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, he still has the chickens and the berries, but yeah, a slow farm transition is always nicer than, you know, putting all the villagers on berries.
And there's a theory that I've had recently about Loki and when you should go for dwarf economy and when you should be going for gatherer economy. And I think, funnily enough, on the low hunt maps, you should actually try and get less gatherers out. Less dwarves out and more gatherers, so you can get the wood income and roleplay a little bit more like Greek economy. So you get wood income and then the villagers come off of wood, start onto farms. But it's still not exactly 100% sure if it's any good yet, but it's theory in the back of my mind.
Yeah. Look at how fast those herds are running. Even though Suppe is gonna lose his temple, he still has Hall of Thanes. But it should be interesting. Did he save that relic?
Yeah, he saved the relic. He snuck it out. Not today. Not today, Jiggly. This one's my relic. But he will get the trio's bow, which is big. Also, Canopic Jara Imset is actually pretty good here as well. It's going to reduce those hoplites from 14 seconds down to like 12 seconds, which is a decent reduction there. So you do see some raids over here.
1 villager down, but 2 herds going down at the same time, so probably not worth the trade. Now we see Jiggly attacking more of Suppe's buildings. Suppe trying to rebuild his temple to get the relic back. And he's only making herses, which I think is fine. But he really needs to micro. Oh, he's actually making throwing axemen as well. Okay, I don't know about that. Hippocons will tank a lot against the throwing axemen. So Suppe will surely have to micro at his best.
Yeah, we'll see how it's going to go. This is going to be a difficult one. I think if it was possible here, I would have liked to see Suppe commit to pure Hersa, but especially with that relic. But it looks like that's not exactly possible on this map, unfortunately.
He would be fine, in my opinion, if he had built in his base that base with you know, the temple and the long houses, because now he lost those buildings for free and he's losing his advantage, in my opinion. He's still ahead on the score, though. It's because of the relics, but yeah, let's see how it's gonna go.
Yeah, there's still restoration remaining as well, which is a big deal. And here's the thing: because Jiggly's got all these cows over what Suppe has, there's a chance here that that Jiggly is going to be able to get to the heroic age roughly at the same time that Suppe is, or even before. And if you can do that, then that underworld flaming weapons bait is a really, really big way that Hades can play around that and have a really good time.
Yeah, because of the cow situation, probably Jiggly is gonna be able to advance first to the heroic age. Is there any hunt left on the map, by the way?
There's a little
Have
bit
they
of
used all
caribou over there, but that's about it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Nothing special then. Some walls from Suppe.
Oh,
An interesting wood line there. I don't know why would you go there.
because it's never going to get scouted. Why would Suppe ever scout it?
Big brain moves. Yeah.
Good micro here from Jiggly, trying to retreat back.
And now we see defensive watchtowers from both of the players, actually. Yeah, Jiggly also upgrading his towers, but
this is absolutely huge right now for Jiggly. He's hit that watchtower before it's up, before the walls are up. He's got restoration. That gold mine is gonna get pushed off, and Suppe's got no real answer to this. Restoration can come down at any point, and Jiggly's just holding on to it. He's not being greedy. He's not clicking it too early. He's just saying, "No, I don't need to. I can just hold on to it forever here." And now Jiggly's got such a huge advantage just out of nowhere here.
yeah, that was a huge move by Jiggly to move his army to the gold mine. You can see the damage that he has done. And Suppe's half army is away, as you can see. He's trying to snipe reinforcements, but he hasn't done anything serious yet.
Now Suppe does have 454 gold in the bank, so he doesn't actually need that gold mine right now. He can just chuck everyone onto wood and try and get that farm situation sorted out, but it's gonna be a tough one. I think there's a similar problem here for Jiggly now as well, where Jiggly's out of food. He's gonna have to farm, and that heroic age has actually been super delayed for both players here.
Yeah, probably even would be worth to go for a second town center at this point, because if you know that both you and your opponent are stuck on the classical age, then try to get your second town center once you are on 100 population, in my opinion. It will help you to transition into farming more villages on wood from the second town center, and you should be fine.
Now the tower's getting up here. The question is going to be, is this going to be enough to hold on this position? I mean, it doesn't look like Suppe even has all of his units over. He could be making some trolls maybe to help him out, but there's still restoration here as Jiggly pops in onto this position. He's going to be doing so much damage to Suppe under these towers. We'll see if he can make a win here or not.
Yeah, that's a huge fight, because Jiggly is trading army for villagers, and at the same time he's kinda getting back his army, because Hades has the Sadies, which are quite useful in my opinion. There's something like almost a free hoplite, almost. With a 20% chance of respawning, right? If you lose a hoplite, you get 20% chance of getting it as a Sade back.
It's 1 in 5. Yeah, 1 in 5.
1 in 5, yeah, 20%, yeah, okay. But you can see the cleanup. All the army is dead, all the Dwarves are dead. They're gonna go down as well. So GG gets called.
Yeah. There's going to be more and more units coming in. I think the Jiggly's grabbing a town center here. This is a huge win here for Jiggly. He played it really, really nicely. He didn't really overcommit on that stable too much. He only built a handful of Hippocon. I'm not sure what the point really was where that's concerned, but it didn't hinder him at all in this game. I think Suppe, I'm not actually sure what he could have done better apart from maybe committing more heavily just on pure Hersa. Could have been a better way forward in this one with just because he had that that relic, and then he wouldn't have been spending so much wood on throwing axemen, and he could have built the farms and had a farm transition or something like that, and maybe that would have been a way forward here.
Yeah, certainly. Let's not forget though that it was a great map for the Hades player, but well played from his side.
Yes. Alrighty, let's jump in and see if they want to play another one.